Hello and welcome back to episode 3. Um, Today I'm going to be talking a bit about boundaries. um, I'm going to go over like energetic boundaries and physical boundaries too. So a lot of people think that boundaries are. Oh my God, did he have my belly? A lot of people think that boundaries are um, put in place to control other people, which is not true. Boundaries are a way to honour yourself and are what you do and don't accept from other people and others' energies. Your boundaries have to be stronger than your feelings every single time, because if you allow your emotions or feelings to take over, you are potentially what's the word? Like negotiating with your boundaries. Um, that's why your boundaries have to be stronger than your feelings every single time. So, um, a lot of people weren't taught boundaries and have to figure them out themselves. And when you come from a family with generational trauma and you're the cycle breaker that is healing and implementing boundaries, people who are used to having full access to you will be triggered by your boundaries. Their response, their reaction to you setting boundaries for yourself is it's not your problem. It's not your responsibility to deal with. That's their shit for them to deal with. It's not yours. They are projecting onto you. So I know it's easier said than done, but just try not to absorb that. Just remind yourself that they're projecting their wounds onto you, and it's got nothing to do with you. Um, so when you feel deeply, you pick up on energy and emotions and feelings from other people, and they they're not yours to carry. Um, they're not yours to carry. It becomes overwhelming when you're unconsciously carrying the emotions and the energies of other people. So you have to get clear, use your discernment, use your intuition to figure out what is yours and what is not. Because if you don't, it's so overwhelming because you're carrying so much and it's really heavy. So use your discernment to figure out what is your energy and what is not. Um, so I'll start with energetic boundaries, and how should I start this? So I'll start it. Not every situation needs a reaction from you or for you to explain yourself or defend yourself. There's no need to do that. If something or someone drains your energy or disrespects you or goes against your morals and values, don't argue, don't explain yourself, don't defend yourself. It's a waste of your energy. What you have to do is return return to your center, um, pull your energy back, detach, um, from whatever it is, the person, the place, the thing, and walk away with your self-respect and your dignity, because you know your worth, and you don't settle for less. You don't negotiate your boundaries. You don't negotiate what you accept. And if people want to fuck around and find out, let them, let them, literally let them. Don't be scared to be alone. Being alone is so much better than being around the wrong people. And when you create that space by removing these people, places, things, whatever it is, from your life, it allows God, source, the universe, the divine, to bring something in that is aligned with you, love and respect you, your energy and your boundaries. When it comes to having and holding boundaries, you have to stand on business, stand strong on your boundaries, run a strict program. You have to have a strong cut-off game of no return. If you don't run a strict program, people will walk all over you and push and push and push and see how much they can get away with crossing your boundaries, because you are allowing it. So do not allow that shit in your life. You have to run a strict program. And my advice for that is, do not be afraid to be in isolation. Being in isolation is one of the greatest gifts that God can give you. When you're in that isolation, in that alone period, you have to look inwards, and you find your strength and power from within. And when you have that foundation, nothing can shake it, and you don't care about being alone, you don't care about being in isolation. So that's my advice for that. Also, I suppose this is a bit more like protecting your, like, energetic protection, but you can use it like if you're in a situation, well, you can use it in any situation, but you can use like a force field, a bubble, a light, the violet flame of light, whatever protection you feel called to, or whatever bit works best for you. It can be different for everyone. So physical boundaries are just like an extension of your energetic boundaries, and it's about what you like allow in your space, time, energy, body presence. And the best thing with this is your body is your guide, and connecting to how your body's feeling, like when you're in a situation, if it's feeling tense, uncomfortable, angry. These are usually signs that a boundary has been crossed, or needs to be established. Whether that's like if someone, actually no, I'll leave it at that. So having boundaries is like protecting your peace, your energy. And you can also do this by reviewing every area of life, like what sort of conversations you're engaging in, what sort of people you're around, what sort of environment you're in, um, just things like that. And I'll just quickly add in, like, this is a big advice again that has really helped me on my journey, and it is, do not engage in gossip. Gossip is very energetically heavy, and when someone is gossiping, they have a blocked expression center, which is the throat chakra. The core emotion that sits here is jealousy, and it's this is the core emotion being jealousy. This is what results in people gossiping, because it's like a perceived lack of a perceived lack in self that others embody, and that's where the gossiping comes from. Um, Gossiping does not serve your growth, your peace, your time, and choosing not to engage um, in this, or getting rid of people who are constantly doing this in your life, is a boundary, and a really, really important one that I will say. Like, setting boundaries, it can be, it's such a complicated topic, because you can set boundaries in so many different ways. It's not always just about saying no, but um, saying no is oh my god, saying no is a really important tool in maintaining your boundaries. And there's so many different ways that you can say no. It's not always just about saying no. You can say, I'm not comfortable with that. Um, I'm not available for that. I need to step away. Like, whatever it is, it doesn't just have to be no. You can express this in so many different ways. Or like, I don't want to do that. Things like that. And I'm not gonna lie, having boundaries is really hard, especially at first when you haven't been taught how to do them, to set them, to follow through with them. And with this, when you're setting these boundaries, um, there's a lot of emotions that will come up. There's a lot of guilt, a lot of shame that you have to sit with when you feel it. And although you are feeling these feelings of it, guilt, shame, whatever, um, it doesn't mean anything. You don't need to what's the word? You don't need to, like, penalize. Is that the word? Like, penalize yourself for feeling these, and you don't need to feel guilty um for having these, for setting these. You don't need to feel guilty for people's responses or reactions to them being triggered to about your boundaries. Obviously, having feeling emotions like guilt and shame is so normal. It's a human emotion. We all feel these emotions. It's just energy. Um, but don't get attached to feeling guilty for having boundaries or setting boundaries, or because someone's being triggered by that. That's none of your business. Just keep it moving, stay in your own lane. The hard part is that people don't understand how fucking hard it is to get to this point of setting boundaries for yourself. After all of the healing that you've done, they don't understand the amount of inner work that it takes to get this point, and the inner work that it's took to fully honor yourself and your energy. And that's another reason why you don't need to feel guilty for other people's reactions or whatever emotions that come up. It's feel them and release them. You don't need to hold on to that anymore. My what I would say for this is just keep focused on alignment and ow, one sec. I'm like a fucking 90-year-old grandma, I swear. Stay focused on your alignment and stay humble, stay in your own lane. And you don't need to stress yourself out by those who don't understand your boundaries or are triggered by your boundaries. That's not yours to carry. And on this journey, when you're, how can I explain this? When you're healing, you're, so everybody on the planet is, they have a frequency. Everything is energy. So the frequency that you vibrate at is how can I explain? So with energy, like attracts like. So you're vibrating on this frequency, and the people around you are vibrating at a very similar frequency. When you start healing and healing the trauma and growing and transforming, the death and rebirth transformation cycle, you start to vibrate at a different frequency, because the energy that's stuck in your body because of trauma is heavy, and when you transmute this, you have less density in your body, so you're vibrating at a different frequency. So when you're doing this healing and growth and transformation, you are starting to vibrate on a different frequency to the people that are around you. So you feel disconnected, you don't feel like they're your people anymore. The things that you used to enjoy, the places that you used to go, they're not a vibrational frequency match to where you are now because of the healing that you've done. So obviously everybody has free will in this world, and they might not want to heal. Everybody has free will, so that's absolutely fine. But earlier in my journey, like years and years ago, I used to try and drag people with us, and I learned the hard way that you can't do that. And now I'm at the point where I'm walking this path. I don't care who comes, who goes. I'm fine being in isolation. I'm fine being alone. I want to, I don't care about people leaving anymore. I know that anything that is removed from my life is not a vibrational match to the frequency that I'm emitting. And I know that literal physics, you magnetize in things that are on a very, very similar frequency. So even though, if this is you, even though it might not have manifested yet in this third dimensional realm, it's It's literal, like the universal law. So don't get caught up on timings and stuff like that, because this third dimensional realm is so dense and heavy, and there's like a processing delay that we'll have because of our vessels and the density here on this third dimensional plane. So just know, in like in our have that inner knowing that whatever frequency you're on is what you attract. So that's a bit confusing to explain, but I'll leave it at that for now. Yeah, so there will be people that understand your energy, your boundaries, and it's just all about alignment and surrender. God removes people, places, things from your life for a reason, and those who don't understand your energy, who are on a different frequency, will be removed by the divine. It'll fall through because it's not a vibrational match. Always, always, always choose kindness. Always stay humble, and always, always, always stay in your own lane. That is so important. Do not let anyone hold you back from moving forward or growing, healing, transforming, just because you don't want to be without them. Everybody has free will. If they don't want to do the work, that's fine. But don't let that hold you back. Even if you've got to do this shit alone, you have to find the light within, and how to be your own source of power, and how to work with that, and like stand in that. And yeah, the real power comes from within. It's that connection to the divine. We are the divine. Everything is the divine, and you cannot understand this until you've done the work, the inner work that it takes. But me personally, I don't have time. I don't have the time or the energy for any other shit. I don't need that. I like to protect my peace and my energy. And I don't rely on anyone but myself. I don't need anything external. I had no choice to find that strength and light within myself because of my experiences here on this third dimensional plane. And I know this triggers a lot of other people because they haven't found that ability to do that, to find that power and that light and that strength within them. And that's what they don't understand. And this creates conflict within, it's conflict within people who have that insecurity within them. But to the only way to find that light is to go within It's the power in the light comes from within. It's sitting with your darkness, sitting with your trauma, your emotions, everything. And in order to do that, you have to go through isolation. You have to be alone with yourself, with your darkness, with your feelings, your emotions, your trauma. That to get to the light, that is the only way. How can I say this? The people that get triggered, they, until they do the inner work, they don't understand how fucking hard it is. They just judge, they project, and that's not yours to absorb or to carry. And I think I'll leave it at you have to be devoted to your ascension, to your evolution, to your growth, and nothing else. Protect your peace, stay in your own lane, and stand on business. And yeah, I think I'll leave it at that because I think this is also quite a long one. But if anybody has any other topics that they want us to talk about, if I can, I will. Just let us know. But yeah, I'm baking some bread at the minute. Well, it's just resting to like get bigger before I put it in the oven. But bread is literally like 4 ingredients, literally 4 ingredients. Water is one of them. Water, flour, yeast and salt, that's it. Or you go to the shop, look how many ingredients is in the bread. There's so many you can't even read half of them. And sugar, why is there sugar in bread? So this is a reminder, go and make your own bread with 4 ingredients, one of them being water. It tastes so good, homemade, clean ingredients, and yeah. Bye! Thank you for watching. If this content resonates, please do check out my website. It's consciousnesswithchloe.com, and you can join the Inner Alchemy Collective. I have a lot of very exciting things coming up, so stay tuned.